Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. First and 10.
Cut. 62 blaster. Ready.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Red. Field, black. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Packers.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That pass taken in by McLaurin. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Down. Check right. Ready?
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Not a run on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. Here's a second and 9.
Here we go. Set. Blaster. 6. Right. White. 6. Mega. Set.
Love. A ball deep for the end zone. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Ready?
Second down throw for Love. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page.
Okay, ready?
Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. Finding room at midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
Let's go now. Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one complete to Pierce. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give on the ground. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
Ready up. Go.
They motion a receiver right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
Break. Dragon 60. Set. Ready. Go.
Throwing now from the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That is going to be called in. He's got it. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown Aviator. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. They'll run with Benson.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready up. Let's go now. Trouble, 38. You, yellow. Set, huh?
On 1st and 10, here's Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks, and At this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Ready, set.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set, ready.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to be very close to a first down. It's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45. Here's Love. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Red, cycle. Cut.
Here's Love to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
They get 18 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Ready. Ready.
On 2nd down, Love. To the right side, catch made by McLaurin. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard.
Down. Set.
Now Love. He's going to have the first down and then some. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask. You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack. They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on downs.
Fight 60. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Open receiver is Bo Melton. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
On play action, Love. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss. You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. On target, got it to McClure. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So now, a big spot coming here. This to make it a 2-possession lead. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
They simply just don't have an answer for this guy defensively, Mike. I mean, regardless of who they put on him in man coverage or the type of zone coverage they try to capture him with, they simply can't slow him down, and we've already seen it here today. A fair share of big plays through the air, a couple of which have gone for touchdowns. He's had a couple nice blocks in the run game. I mean, he's really having as well-rounded a complete game that a receiver can have in the NFL, and until they prove they can slow him down, I would just keep giving him more opportunities.
McBride is the motion man.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Bullard. And the Packers will have great field position right around midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Love to throw on 1st and 10.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Striker, 3-3. Shot, 17.
The motion man here is McClure.
Ready.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Set, hut.
From the gun, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. Eric Stokes, the man there defensively to break that one up.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Ready.
They'll go for it. Love. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Oh, he's got a man running with them, and they connect. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The offense will line up for a two-point conversion.
That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for two is unsuccessful. With one timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Oh, it's a foot race. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. An extra point attempt to follow. It's up and good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Set, go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll be second down.
Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Again, working deep downfield. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Back to throw. That's caught. So they get the two-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Here we go, set.
The last two runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where